Hi everyone, it's Kronos, and in this video I would like to be showcasing the Mercura set. So, it sounds insanely close to the Mercurius set, which is this thing, Mercura. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm at 6 out of 7, but I've stopped. And I've run out of limit break materials, so this is what it looks like. I'm using the Morphosa Heat Spear, and this is especially good because of the damage dealt to fatigue enemies plus 120%, 132%, because with the Soul Spear, if you hit the weak marker, it's pretty much almost always a fatigue. So, and that's with the normal hit, not the spinny attack. But yeah, I would probably say I like the Valenga set a bit more if you look at it. So that's why I decided to limit break the head as well. So yeah, the abilities are as follows. You have, for the armor, Pale Crystalloth. So water damage plus 153%, normal attack damage plus 51%, rend recovery plus 102%, activate, yeah. So that's just the heal from the rend. And then you have water damage plus 66%, normal attack damage plus 33%, dodge distance plus 22%. So I think the reason it was made so that you have, what's it called, not normal attack, rend heal plus 122% is because, I don't know the percent, but rend heal is because this is a red blue thing. So if you max limit break it, instead of getting a heal slot, you get a support slot. And right now my dog's a bit noisy, but also look here how it says water element attack instead of what was this? Oh, lightning. Okay, well, never mind then. Was this also dark element attack? Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay, but yeah, so you won't have a way to heal, so that's why the rend, you heal from the rend. But I'm not so sure if that's super useful, because you heal enough, like, with this set, with no rend heal thing, I heal 650, so I only heal, like, double that amount with this, so I'm not too sure if it's useful. And then you have spear attack damage. I'm also normal attack damage plus 51%, normal attack damage, so you get like probably 100% with 7 out of 7. But if that's the case, wouldn't you want annihilation damage? So it won't just be your normal attack, it will also be your rend and everything. So I'm not too sure about that ability. And then elemental damage wise, it's the same as always. I guess you get around 300% with perfect abilities and stuff. So yeah, it's basically made so I right now running Fire Ward instead, but if you max limit break it, then you would probably put like attack Maggie, cloak, and then a quad Aegis or Fire Ward depending on the behemoth. So yeah, it's definitely going to be strong. I'm not too sure. I think the normal attack damage is sort of a waste. So is the rend recovery. So not too sure about that. But with the normal attack, you can probably put it on with the heat. Never mind. The Astral Spear's lunge. So yeah, I'm not too sure about the abilities. But yeah, let's just go try it out. I'll use it in tower, where I definitely won't die thanks to Fire Ward. It's also the last day of tower, sadly. I'll just go to a flame room. It would be much better if I max limit broke it, but again, I've run out of mats. I was limit breaking the Anubis set, so not done yet, but nearly there. Okay, and once it loads, I'll be back. Okay, so it's loaded, and before I start, I'll just show the passive. So 2 Gallant Fervors, 2 Water Incarnations, 2 more Water Incarnations, and then Champion's Vigor and Hero's Proof for the defense. I'm not running Magic Champions thing because it's not I need the defense. Yeah. So the one thing that I like a bit more about the slower attack speed, so I tend to like fast attack speed that you get from Galdora set. But the one thing I like more about this, so if I were to rend now, as you heal, I healed 1100 with a max charge rend. But what I tend to like a bit more about the slower attack on the Soul Spear is that this rend, you can actually dodge stuff. So if I were to time it right, you can, the invulnerability frames, it lasts a lot longer, so you can dodge stuff. So now, especially with the new Valenga and Mercura behemoths, the spin attack, when they spin around or roll around, you can't dodge that using rend with the Galdora set, because the attack speed's just too fast. But yeah, the normal attack, as you see, you do around 100,000 per hit. So with a cloak, you'd be doing like 400,000. It's 300,000, 400,000 per hit. So yeah, you'd be dealing a load of damage, that's for sure. And we always like to, nice job NPC. Like, you won't hear me say that often, but yeah, so it's only this attack that's a bit stronger. So I'm not too sure. I'd probably much rather want annihilation, damage during annihilation. It's a bit questionable, but yeah, the damage wise it's good. It's definitely outclassing Galdora. Necroth, not too sure, because that has increased damage overall when you're in annihilation, so your rend, your spin attack and everything would deal more damage. And then you have the attack speed. So since Galdora doesn't have any attack speed, since it doesn't have any, what's it called, spear damage boosts, that's what the attack speed makes up for. Do I get grabbed? Okay, no. Man, I probably should max limit break this spear at least, so that I do a bit more damage. But yeah, I like the slots. So with the Soul Spear, I think the best slots, I think the Water Soul Spear actually has the best slots, because you deal enough damage with your normal attacks already, so you don't really need, and since you can heal without, what's it called? What? Okay, you're a bit special, aren't you? Since you heal with the normal attacks, you don't really need a heal slot. Okay, I'm a bit shocked. I wasn't expecting to take damage then. So here the big heal sort of comes in, but again, not too sure about that. I think like rend charge time would win. Okay, this I heal. I would have cried if that was like a non-elemental attack. Okay, you're a special case, aren't you, Evate? So yeah, since this behemoth isn't too hard, I was dealing like 200,000 per hit. So yeah, now we have Engram Perfect. You will always start with the Kokutos Ice Barrage to freeze the behemoth. Not too sure. If Galdora set, if that set had like if only the normal attack speed was increased, then it would be good. Then you could dodge stuff with the rend. Like here, if I didn't have a cloak, if I didn't have fire ward, I would be dodging stuff with, I'd be able to dodge stuff a lot better. Maybe I'll try that. Sort of scared because of lack of defense. So you're gonna like actually dodge stuff. So I think the way to, I'm not too sure really. Okay, this thing I'll use fire ward because I'll definitely die if I don't. And then give me all the heals, free heals. Okay, so showing off a set using fire ward is usually never good, because like especially one that is like that you sort of want to show off without something like Fire Ward, so you can show off the invulnerability frames, the heals and stuff. Not too sure about that, but yeah, without a buff or anything, as you can see, I can chip down the behemoth, and it's engram, so it's super tanky, but I can chip it down really well without any sort of buff. So I'm doing like 20,000 per hit. Not too much, but it's still not bad. So being able to enter soul mode really easily definitely made soul spears a lot stronger. So the reason why I say that the normal attack is questionable is because before it was a bit harder to go into soul mode, and normal attacks without annihilation with soul spears is so. Really questioning the abilities for this set, but if I remember correctly, that thing would knock you back even with fire wards. So, and as behemoths get a bit tankier, as you see, I deal a lot less damage. And because I want you a bit frozen, you can do that. Okay, I'm sort of scared fire ward will run out, but dodge distance with the soul spear. Dodge distance and attack speed is probably like crucial with soul spears. And then with like lack of damage, you can usually make up for with some kind of cloak or a buff. Luckily this thing's easy to dodge, but because fire ward decided to charge up, just in case it like had some kind of stagger effect, like this thing, that thing will knock you back. It's weird, but and like stagger you, but so using, there's also a glacial rose thing, a new water Maggie that comes up. So if you really like this set, I would definitely recommend that Maggie, because that has like, it's a close range Maggie that also heals you as it hits. So it's, yeah, it's good if you like this set and you use it a lot. I'm not too sure that I like this set too much, because I sort of really like the attack speed on Galdora. Once you get used to that, then it's sort of like hard to go back. And then again, you could always put something like what's it called, Mercury's Blessing or something on it. Actually, yeah, that could be fun. Putting on Mercury's Blessing on or Thundering Hysteria. Okay, here I hope it won't do anything dumb. That's what I call something dumb. I don't want presents. I don't want presents. Don't give me presents. Don't give me presents. Okay, so I sort of messed up there. But the dodge distance is really big, so it's definitely useful. So with the soul spear, with the soul bow, I recommended the Valenga set. I recommended making the bows a bit more because the ability is better, but with this, like if you pulled 5, but with the Mercura set, I'd probably recommend making the armor set. So 4 armor and 1, can you not? 4 armor pieces and 1, 4 armor pieces and 1 weapon, because the armor ability, I would say, is a lot better than the weapon ability, unlike the Valenga set. So that's my recommendation if you have 5. If you have 7, go make the full set. If you have 6, well, you also know what to make. Okay, this thing is so annoying, especially like with the slow attack speed. You can't really do much because it moves around so much, but I think this is enough to kill it. Yes, finally. So yeah, max limit breaking it, the spear would definitely be good. So you get your quad or fire ward or whatever, you get your cloak buff, whatever, and it will be a lot stronger. But yeah, this was the Mercura set. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Bye.